Okay, I think this is working. So welcome to Colleen's Kitchen. I'm new at this, so bear with me. This is my stove. This is my prep area. I'm very excited about this because I have everything kind of right here, right? I am not a pro. I do not play one on TV. I have a little bit of fun. If you like what I do, great. And if you don't, thanks for stopping by. All right, so I have green beans here, which I have already cut off the ends and cleaned, much to my chagrin, about a week ago. But they're still fine, so in they go in here. Now, I also have some potatoes here that I have washed already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make basically just a sheet pan roasted vegetables. The reason that I'm doing that is because I bought these vegetables and I don't want them to go bad. However, I do like to roast when it's not 5,000 degrees out, but today's not that day. So I'm preheating, because I just realized I haven't. I'm going to preheat my oven here to 425 so we get it nice and hot, like it's not already. I'm going to cut my potatoes into quarters and put them with my green beans. And I have my pan here. Now you'll notice my pan is clean, but it does have some yellow staining on it. That, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but that's my turmeric, or however you pronounce it. I like to put that on all my vegetables and in some other stuff because it does everything. It's really good for you. But it stains. It turns everything, it looks like a disco in there because it just everything glows in the dark. But it is good for you. Add a little bit of pepper to it, get some synergy going on, and it just helps your body absorb the turmeric better. They work, pepper and turmeric work really well together. So right off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly what the whole program is, but I'll look it up, and maybe if I do this again, I'll let you know. But I do know that it works better together. So I have all my spices over here. I'm just gonna finish up my potato chopping, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw some of my oil in there, and I'm going to add some spices. Not a whole lot of spices. I don't like a whole lot of spices, but I want something to at least make me not realize I'm eating green beans, because green beans are good for you, but I'm really not a fan. Although I've become a fan recently, and I think that has to do with the fact that my children moved out, and my husband and I decided, or I decided, and my husband is nice enough to let me do it, to cut out some processed foods. I wanted to see if that would in fact help me feel better, and it has. It does something different for everybody, but for me it's worked out well. So here, now I'm going to show you, I have my vegetables and my potatoes, and I think I'm actually going to throw these in a different bowl. Hold on. So see, I was back in a flash. So I'm going to put these in a bowl so that I can mix up my spices. I'm going to put in, I don't know, about a tablespoon. I might have to put a little more in there because I have a lot of vegetables in there. I have some organic Italian seasoning here. And I love my Italian seasoning, so I'm going to do about a teaspoon of that, give or take. Everyone does it differently. And then over here, I have some garlic powder. I'm going to put that in there. And as I said, I put in just a couple of shakes of my turmeric, a couple of shakes of some pepper. Obviously, I'm not too worried about how much is going in there. And then I'm going to mix it all up. I like to mix it ahead so that it just gets kind of all of the vegetables. Now I can just tell you right now I'm going to need a little more oil because I have a lot of vegetables over there. So I'm going to do another tablespoon of oil. probably do another teaspoon of the Italian. That in there. Just kind of repeat everything because I have a lot of vegetables. Just thinking about putting on some mushrooms over here, but I'll see how much room I have left. So I didn't put any more turmeric or pepper in, but this should help a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to get my vegetables. I'm going to pour them in, and I just want to be able, I'm a little bit like Julia Childs, right? I'm a mess. Everything's falling all over my counter. No worries, it still tastes good, right? Julia used to say, you can pick it up, no one will know. I won't do that because I'm on video, you will know. But we're gonna mix it all up here and just try to get the best you can. We're gonna put a little more stuff on it once it's on the pan, but I like to mix it ahead because then it does coat it a little bit better, especially the potatoes. But be careful not to get it all over your counter if you're videoing. If you're not, go for it, no one will know. And, you know, the thought process would be that your counter was clean anyway, right? Mine was. Sure it was. Okay, so it's not so bad here. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to dump it on my pan. Now, I did not, for those of you that are paying attention, I did not grease my pan. Doesn't mean you can't if you want to. If you want to spray it a little bit, whatever, it's up to you. I didn't because I have some oil on here and it's one of those nifty no-stick pans. I will tell you, for stuff like this, this is the biggest pan I have. I can't even fit it with all the other pans. It's my favorite pan. I destroy this pan. But it's so nice and big and you can get everything done in one fell swoop instead of having to worry about 2 or 3 different pans. So I did go out and bite the bullet and buy this pan, and it's really helped me out a lot. So here we go. Everything's on there. I'm probably going to pour a little more oil just over the top, just to make sure. We'll just drizzle a little here to make sure that it doesn't stick and it gets nice and crispy. I'm still waiting for my oven to preheat. I think I also will put the cover back on my garlic powder, and I'm gonna just do the shaker side. That's not it. Do just a little bit over the top, and give it a little extra flavor. So again, those green beans, if I'm not careful, they might actually taste like green beans. So just goes to show you, just because you don't like something doesn't mean that if it's good for you, you shouldn't at least try it. So the excellent thing about having all my stuff over here is now I can put everything away really quickly. Look at that. All my spices go up here, so they're away. I always keep my oil over here. I've got all my stuff together in the sink. I'll pick up those Julia Childs leftovers, and I'm done. All I have to do is when the oven is heated, I'm going to stick this in for, say, 25 to 30 minutes. I'm going to flip them once and see if they're nice and crispy, and pull them out. So I will be back to show you the final product.